The Michigan Court of Appeals is taking up Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s request to get his name off of the Michigan November ballot.
This comes after a judge ruled that his name would stay on the ballot, even though he ended his campaign and endorsed former President Trump. Joining us now is Oakland University political science professor David Dulio. David, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me back.
So for those who haven't been following this whole situation, bring us up to speed really quick. RFK Jr. worked very hard to get his name onto the Michigan ballot and others. Now he's working very hard to get it off. What is his concern if it stays on?
Well, his concern, I think, is that, his endorsement of Donald Trump isn't going to help as much as it potentially could, right? If there are Kennedy supporters out there, and they still have a chance to vote for him, they're probably going to, mark their ballot with, next to his name and not for his endorsed candidate. So I think that that's really the big concern.
And part of the process is the way that he even got the nomination going through the Natural Law Party. So because he's locked in now, what does that mean for him moving forward, even though he is still fighting to get it removed?
This is going to be a really interesting court case, right? Because, and I'm no attorney, right? But the state law seems awfully clear. And Terrence, as you mentioned, he got onto the ballot after a long battle, right? After trying to get on the ballot in Michigan and other states. He was nominated for President of the United States by the Natural Law Party here in Michigan through their process. And there is a small piece of state law that says once a minor party candidate, that's not my term, that's their term, once a minor party candidate is on the ballot, they cannot take their name off. As goofy as that might sound, that seems to me to be what the law says.
So he is saying in his appeal, essentially, this shouldn't apply to federal offices. He's saying it only applies to state. Can you kind of sum up what the appeal is based on?
I think that's probably it, right? What is the Michigan Constitution and Michigan law? What does that govern? Does that govern state law and state elections and local elections, or does that also sort of bleed over into federal races? And that's one of those great things about our system, right? Is that there is some vagueness in statutes, vagueness in constitutions, and it's up to the courts to iron those out.
Yeah, and time is running out. The deadline is tomorrow for the Secretary of State to send that list of candidates. So we will be following this closely. OU political science professor David Dulio, as always, appreciate your time.